Good morning and welcome to Makeup with Meesh. We've been gone for a while, gone off Twitch for a while. We ventured over to YouTube because I definitely think it makes more sense for my content to live on YouTube long term. But in terms of just daily streaming, which I don't want to stop doing, Twitch is just the only option. The YouTube streaming is just, there was every single day was a technical difficulty. I know that's not a great representation because I literally started this video with a technical difficulty. However, it's glitchy and like the stream just doesn't come through well, and there's just a lot of things I need to work out. So I'll still keep putting my videos up on YouTube after the fact. We'll edit them and toss them up there for everyday morning streaming. Back on Twitch, baby. So let's do it. Let's get ready with Meesh. Quick little intro for those of you who don't know me. I'm Meesh, and I do my makeup every morning live on the internet. And today is a fun day because it is my daughter's birthday. I'm the mother of a 5-year-old. That sounds really weird to say. Another reason why I'm putting on moisturizing cream so that people on the street don't think I'm the mother of a 5-year-old. So I'm using the Roden Fields moisturizing cream with sunscreen in it as a little bit of a primer. And then I'm gonna actually use a primer. I'm gonna toss on a primer really quick. I'm using the Nyx Marshmallow Primer all over. Jury's out on primers. I feel like I've been using it just because I have it and because people have recommended to use it. Like, the idea is that if you put primer on the orange first, it'll fill in some of that texture. So it's just gonna be a lot less noticeable when you finally put the foundation in. Did y'all see that? The shower just turned on basically by itself. It's residual water that's dripping. It happens every day, but I just don't understand what's going on in the pipe system there because there's no rhyme or reason to it. And sometimes it'll be after you take a bath, not a shower. There's definitely something going on with the pipes here. Any plumbers out there? Not my husband. Ha 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 ha. If you've tuned in before, you'll get that joke. It's like sometimes it'll be like 15 minutes after a shower, and sometimes it's like an hour after. It straight up happened before in the middle of the night, and that's terrifying, let me tell you. All right, I'm just touching up my brows a little bit with some brow mascara, and I don't want to brag, but I feel like my brows have been filling in lately, so I've been occasionally dotting a little bit of the lash serum that I use on my brows to try and grow them out. And I feel like they're getting fuller in like the central regions of the brow. They're very sparse up here and at the tail. However, the center is looking very fluffy for me. And this is also very dark for me because I dyed my eyebrows. So these are nice and freshly dyed brows. I'm gonna stay home today. The idea of getting in the car and driving, having to walk around and wear shoes, all the things that we did 2 years ago, like it was a normal everyday thing. Oh, now I'm like, I don't really want to do that. I definitely appreciate that I have the luxury to make that choice on a whim in the morning. First of all, I'm exhausted this morning. It is because our 2-year-old, who's always been a good sleeper, decided to wake up like literally every hour last night and scream for her milk. She's just like at the top of the stairs. And then she's manipulating us because she's a manipulator because she is doing potty training right now. And she's actually shockingly somehow potty trained because like I did not put the effort in for sure. Like with our first one, you care a lot and like you put the effort in and like she got the reward system. With our second one with Veda, we're just like, don't pee in your pants, kid. And she like somehow figured it out. So she like hasn't been having any accidents, which is just like a freaking miracle, and we haven't had to deal with it. But now she knows that we don't want her to pee in her pants, and so she manipulates us. And so in the middle of the night, she's getting up and I don't doubt that she has to pee, but I know she doesn't have to pee 15 times. And so she's getting up in the middle of the night and she's standing at the top of the stairs and she's going, potty! Like, you have to get up because if they're training, like, you can't ignore them. But now she's just doing it as a manipulative tactic to get us up to pay attention to her in the middle of the night because she wants to party. And I'm freaking exhausted. Last night I didn't even care. Usually if I hear them, I get up pretty quickly. But last night, I just did want to roll over and hit my husband. I hit Matt and I was like, get those children. But still, you can hear them screaming because anytime he goes and gets them, he just, I don't know, it takes 45 minutes longer than it should. I have to hear the whole thing. So, needless to say, I need this porcelain foundation going under my eyes today because I'm exhausted. But the energy should return soon because I just ate like a raccoon the scraps of my daughter's birthday cupcake from the morning. So every birthday, I just do the cutest little cupcake birthday routine, and I give them a cupcake with candles, and now I have to do two because otherwise they'll fight, and I'm just dealing with that. So everybody gets birthday cupcakes, whether it's your birthday or not. Set those up with a candle, you know, we do that. You got to do that on the weekdays because if your birthday falls on a weekday, like that kind of sucks. I mean, yeah, if you get your party and stuff on the weekend, whatever, but like, you know what I mean? You don't really get like a celebration, a true celebration. So we did birthday cupcakes this morning, and as soon as they left the house and my husband couldn't see me anymore, I mean, like both hands just scraping icing off the counter because we don't eat on plates around here. We have a 2-year-old and a 5-year-old. We eat off the counter. I still have icing underneath my fingernails. Very attractive. That's looking good. Giving myself some nice definition here. So I've had a revelation since leaving Twitch. It has everything to do with makeup. So I was having, I hit a low point because doing my makeup every morning, and you know, I mean, I'm not a makeup artist, but I've always been pretty decent at makeup. And like, I generally know like some techniques, whether I know the names of things or whatever. Like I generally know like rules of engagement to apply. But I had a revelation with my makeup / skincare since leaving Twitch. Once again, no correlation to Twitch. Just this is how I count my days. Because as my 4, now 5-year-old said the other day, she was like, get up, eat breakfast, go to school, come home, eat dinner, go to bed, get up the next day, do it all again. And it was like, in that sentence alone, I was just like, I just saw like a spinning wheel of just like the rest of my life. And I was like, okay, how sad. But, so I'm milestoning my time with events. And for me, a large event is switching from Twitch to YouTube because that's where my life's at. Anyway, I was taking a selfie, as one does, and I was like looking at it and realized that like my skin was just looking so cakey. And I mean, I wear a lot of makeup, like not denying that, but it doesn't usually look like I wear like such thick makeup that is caking and creasing. Like I can usually prevent that. And I, of course, like panicked, was like, I look like I'm 100 years old, what's going on? I called one of my friends who's a makeup artist. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos, et cetera, and basically, first of all, I found out I was doing a couple of makeup things like way wrong. The crux of the issue was really my skincare. My skin was just like super dry, and it was causing my pores to look inflamed, for the makeup to like stick and be cakey, and it was just bad. But in addition to that, I was baking under eye. Like, so previously, if you've come to my channel, you've probably seen me for at least 45 minutes of the show with like massive white piles of white powder underneath my eyes. That concept is called baking in the beauty industry. Basically, it does a couple of things. One, it can, like when you're putting on eyeshadow, particularly darker colors, it can help catch that eyeshadow, also called like fallout. And then you can swipe it away a little easier. And then it leaves, you know, the powder underneath, and you can press that into your skin. And it's supposed to just like set the makeup. Turns out you're not supposed to be doing that over the age of 25, basically. I watched a makeup artist. Actually, I don't know what her full name is. I call her Jess Southern because that's her Instagram handle. But I watched a little highlight with her, and she was like, look, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're baking over the age of 25, you need to stop. And that hit hard. I instantly stopped. I got real into skincare for a minute. And when I say real into skincare, I mean applying skincare. I didn't read labels of anything. I just read, if it had more than a solid 10 recommendations, or a single person messaged me back on Instagram and said they like it, then I was like, I need it. It's actually worked out really, really well. I credit most of it to this stuff right here. I've been piling this CeraVe drugstore brand, but it holds up. I actually did read a lot of reviews that said like, that was as good as some of the more expensive ones. And so since I was like in an investigative mindset, I was trying to figure out what was going on with my skin and why I looked like decrepit. I was like, well, let's start here. So I did. I've already forgotten what colors I used from one eye to the next. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but I feel like my eyes are always slightly different colors because I use like a big palette like this, like usually every day, not necessarily this one, but like I use the Morphe palettes like every day. And the colors look similar, and I'm just kind of like, and then I forget what I use when I go to the next eye already instantly. All right, so we're doing kind of a neutral. Let's smooth this out with a little bit of reddish brown. All right, so I'm gonna smoke out this corner a little bit, ever so lightly. Oh yeah, and so I also realized that I was applying my makeup, my eye makeup, like way too aggressively, and that's why I was getting so much fallout. And turns out if you don't do that, you don't have to put 15 pounds of powder under your eye to catch it. And then you don't have to wipe that away. Realize it doesn't really wipe away because your skin is dry as fuck. And then you look like a cracked orange. So it's been like a really beneficial journey for me over the past couple weeks in skincare and beauty. So come to me for all your life tips. I'm going to go under the eye with a little bit, that same color palette. It's because I do like a little bit of smoke under the eye. I'll clean it up too. And I'm still trying to figure out like what to do about that. I am still getting a little bit of fallout and it's not wiping away completely. But I'm like, I don't want to bake under my eyes anymore because I saw what that was doing and I didn't like it. But then I need to clean that up. Right now the solution is to take my contour powder, I'll do that in a minute, and blend it in right there. Still just more powder, it's covering it instead of not letting it happen to begin with. This is a very bright gold. I don't think I intended it to be this gold. Look, I mean, it looks this exact way in the palette, but for some reason I thought when I put it on, it would not be that color. And it is that color. You gotta hand it to Morphe though, like, their pigments are legit. Now I'm gonna blend out the top of this a little bit more so I don't have quite as stark of a line. I'm gonna go back in with my largest, my like transition brush. I'm gonna go in with like one of these more neutral colors and just kind of slightly buff over that so it looks like a little bit more of a fan out, like fade. Gradient, if you will. I just saw this eyeliner, it reminded me. Started watching Euphoria. Oh, mama likey. So I started watching Euphoria. I know I'm late to the party, but I was getting so many freaking targeted ads about watching it that I was like, and then I was obviously missing out on all the Twitter memes. I was like, I don't understand any of this. I had to dig in. Oh, top notch. It's so good. I really, really like it. I'm only 4 episodes in. So like, I don't even know what happens, if it gets better, worse, whatever. But what I have seen, I very much like, which is why I'm using this green eyeliner today because I'm very Euphoria inspired. All right, so I'm gonna draw. Whoa, that's kind of fun. A little green eyeliner. All right, this is a kohl eyeliner in the shade Genie from Makeup Mel. All right, so I'm just gonna do another this side, make it match. Oh, green eyeliner, so cool. I need to start doing this out in public more. Actually, now I'm like, oh, I kind of want to go to the office, show off my green eyeliner. Green eyeliner is inspired from Euphoria. 4 episodes in, a bottle of wine in, you know what I mean? And I really want to watch it every night, but I can't. One, because I have a big project coming up next week that I can't talk about that has been keeping me pretty occupied in the evenings after work, but also because my husband moved his fucking PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, whatever it is. All I know is we paid double on eBay for it. Moved it into our bedroom. Our sacred room, to play Elden Ring. So yeah, that's going well. But so now I've inadvertently gotten into Elden Ring, yeah. The Eldtree calls. But we did build our character and she is smoking hot. I was very impressed with that. Like, I'm not a gamer, I don't play video games. When this game came out, next thing I know, I come home and there's a PlayStation 5 basically in our bed. I'm like, well, this is here to stay for a while. It's not, as I said, it's not bothering me right now because I've been pretty occupied by other things after work. And so it hasn't been a huge issue. But then I got sucked in a little bit to the building of the character, like the first part. And we spent like 2 hours building our character. I was crazy impressed with how much detail you can change. Like, they let you change, like, it's not just like, oh, let's give her a shape to the face, let's give her a nose. Like, it is straight up, like, you can change literally everything about their face. Like, the dimension, depth, like, everything. It is contouring on another level. It is contouring the human body. It's awesome. It kind of put me back into, like, sim life, you know, like when you used to make your sims, but times 1,000. I mean, actually, Sims might still be that way. I just don't know because I don't play video games anymore. And I played The Sims when I was younger, when it was still a computer game, and I loved it. I feel like I just need to spend a lot of time getting into it. I just picked up a NYX bronzer in a deep tan. It's one of the deeper shades. I think it might be the darkest shade it comes in, or one of the darkest. And I use this for my neck because my neck, for some reason, like, just does not hold spray tan very well. My spray tan is fading on my chest right here. But after I contour my neck, you know, and I create that line with my foundation, that in conjunction with like my spray tan kind of fading over time, my neck always looks wider, and it helps to cover my scar right here on my neck. And so, all right, so that kind of like just blends out my neck more evenly. But I just use the NYX matte bronzer for that because I don't really want to use any expensive bronzer on my neck because I have to use a lot of it. Not a lot, but you know, whatever, you get the point. Back to Elden Ring. Yeah, so we made Yennefer. That's our girl's name. I mean, when I tell you, she's a 10. She is a 10. We crafted her. I feel like she's one of my children. I made her from my womb. We crushed it. She's beautiful. She's got long, sweeping black hair, and just overall 10 out of 10, like I said. But it really is impressive, like how much you can do to these characters. It's actually funny, like as we were building it, I made the comment, I was like, oh, now I see like why humans look so different, like from human to human, because the smallest change made her look completely different. We would like barely move her nose like a millimeter, and we were like, oh my God, or like her jaw, like have it protrude a little further or something, and it was like, wow, she's completely different. I've also seen some really horrible creatures that have been posted that people have made, but not our Yen. Our Yen, inspired by The Witcher, of course. Yen is stunning. All right, so I'm gonna go in and fill out my eyebrows, thankfully not having to do too much, you know, because I dyed them, but also because I feel like that lash stuff is working. I feel like they're getting fuller. So I'm just gonna fill in the tail a little bit right there. Fill in the tail a little bit right there. And I'm trying to leave this open because like I said, I do like to have like a little bit of the strokes defined. You know, I don't want it to look like complete drawn on brow. Just a partially drawn on brow. All right. Okay, I just saw Diamond GD in the chat. Did you finish 1883? No, I have only seen a couple of episodes. I keep going back and I don't know if it didn't record or if like, how many episodes were there? Was it an entire season or did they just give us like 3 teaser episodes? I don't know, but I haven't, I guess the short answer to that is I've not finished it, but I want to because it was very good. I liked the very first episode. I like that girl, the main girl, the daughter, Elsa. I like her, or Elsie. Elsa? I thought it was Elsa, like the character Elsa. Elsie, one of the two. Either way, I like both names. But I liked her, and I liked the storyline. I liked where we're going with it. So definitely going to get back on the 1883 train if it's still available. But I saw something about season 2, so like they're clearly, it's got to be out the rest of the season. I don't know why. I guess I messed something up. I didn't record it or whatever, and so I went the other day to look, and I didn't see any episodes, and I was like, I guess I'll find something else. But I need to go back and finish watching it. All right, so I'm using my liquid blush by NARS. I'm trying as much as possible to like get away from the powder products right now, just because I'm like very concerned about having cakey piled on skin. Trying to avoid a lot of the face powders when possible. Well, the blush hasn't really been an issue. I just like this blush. I've been using this for a really long time. Big fan. NARS liquid blush in the shade Orgasm. I think it's much better than the powder actually. In the same shade, it's just like, I don't know, you just don't have to use as much, it doesn't look as cakey, color's better, everything's better. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit of contour, no, it's not contour, a little bit of highlighter on the nose, on the cheekbones, on the cupid's bow. And this is a dual one, which I like because this would be like easy if you did toss makeup in your purse. I'm not a makeup and purse kind of gal. Like I basically stick to like, you put it on, if it comes off during the day, it comes off. Like, it is what it is. Makeup's going to fade throughout the day. Put your best foot forward when you walk in the door, and then, like, it is what it is. So I don't carry makeup, but if you do, that would be a really good compact because you could, it's dual. It's just, you know, you only need a little bit of bronzer, a little bit of highlighter. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Lancome eyelash primer. I stopped using an eyelash primer like forever ago because my tube, I was using the Dior one and my tube got dry, but I loved it. And then I tried the Lash Paradise and it worked just as well as the Dior one. And for reference, the Lash Paradise is like $8. The Dior one is like $40. So I would highly recommend the drugstore brand there. Anyway, the point is that the one that I was using dried out, and then I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go get the drugstore one. And then I guess I just forgot to pick it up, and you know, after about a week, your habit rolls off of putting the stuff on. So I got this Lancome sample in the mail, and it reminded me the other day, I was like, I haven't been using primer, but I love it when I use primer. I don't know, I mean, it's gotta do something. It definitely makes your eyelashes longer. I mean, if anything, it's just like less coats of mascara that you had to put on. Not necessarily less work because you were just putting it on in white first, but I just like it and I don't know why. I like it too because I feel like the white is like stark against your eyeshadow and it makes your eyelashes look really long. So there might be more of a placebo effect where you just feel like, wow, my eyelashes are super long. This is great. Okay, this mascara is completely dried out. So this might not look the best today. I've been saying I'm going to throw this one away for weeks. Actually, I haven't worn makeup in a few days because yesterday and the day before, I had like one meeting and I was like, that's not enough for me to do like a full face of makeup because I had a bunch of stuff I was trying to get done and I was like, I just need to focus and I want to do a workout in and just all the things, right? So that, and then I rarely wear makeup on the weekends if we don't go anywhere. So it's been a few days since I've worn makeup. And coming back to this dry ass tube of mascara. Whew. It's time to get rid of this. I will throw this away right when I'm done. Scout's Honor. And we'll move on to the Ilia mascara that everyone's been raving about that I've been wanting to try. It's also a clean beauty mascara at Sephora. Something tells me this one is not. It doesn't look bad, but I can definitely tell that the mascara is like thick. Like it's dry, but it's okay for now. It's okay for today because I'm going to be on Zoom meetings. I think I said earlier I was tempted to go into the office, but like whatever excuse I can grab. Our 2-year-old was up a lot last night and I don't know, I just, the thought of like getting in the car and driving and I just don't want to do it. And I have like an hour lunch break today, which like rarely happens. It is super nice in the office because they give us food, like good food. Like it's like legit culinary staff. 5-course meal style foods when we're there, which that part's super nice. I don't know. I just don't want to do it today. So I'm not going to do it, okay? I'm going to pull a Kim Cattrall and say, I don't want to be anywhere, even for an hour, that I don't want to be. All right, trash can. See? Done. We're done with the Sky High Maybelline mascara. Probably not forever because it's the shit, but done for now because that tube is disgusting. I had full intention to curl my hair today, but the reality is that I have a meeting in 15 minutes and don't have the time to do that. So we're going to go with more of a kind of tousled beach look. That's what this is. Just decided. I will brush it and you can look a little rough. Yeah, so we're just going to do like a, cash, like kind of, like not trying bedhead look. Literally a bedhead look because I slept like this. This is just what it's going to have to be today. I can follow up with a lippy. All right. Oh, this is the Pat McGrath Ultra Lip Pencil in the shade Structure. This was recommended by a girl I follow on Instagram, Makeup by Kellyanne. She said that this is one of her go-tos, and I was influenced, so I picked it up. And I like it a lot. I only used it like twice, but I really like how easy it glides on. It's like one of those like roll-on type, very similar, like almost like clay, very similar to the Kylie Cosmetics ones and then Charlotte Tilbury. Like it just glides on without smearing and without bleeding. And I really like it. It's a bit darker than I usually do. Like I'm usually here for more of a nude moment, but I still like it. Probably draw that side up a little bit more. All right. Yeah, so Pat McGrath lip pencil in Structure. Okay, I'm going to mix this with, what am I going to mix you with? I'm going to mix you with another Pat McGrath. We'll go with Beautiful Stranger. That's right. That fits more. Oh, it's a little more pink than I thought it was going to be. And in general, just a brighter than I thought it was going to be. Definitely was going for more of a neutral look. Don't love that. Okay, I'm going to wipe a little bit of that off. It's just too much pink. It's going to be on there forever. Okay. All right, that's not going to work either. Okay, this is going great. I'm going to come back in with one of my MAC shades, Mocha, just to blend that pink in a little bit. And then I'm going to toss a clear gloss over it. We'll just go with basic clear gloss today. If you've tuned in before, you'll know I'll always put my clear gloss on a finger because I don't want to contaminate it. Like if I'm going to do a clear gloss, then I want it to actually be clear and just the lipstick color underneath to show. Otherwise you end up with like a clear gloss that then became like a pinky brown gloss, which I have enough of those. So this is the lip glass by MAC. And that's probably my favorite clear gloss. Super shiny. All right, I think this is going to be the look today. I'm not crazy about the pink in conjunction with like the reddish gold. Like I thought a neutral here would be much better. I like the lips in and of themselves, but I just kind of wish that like the eyes were different with this look. This is not my favorite pairing, but you live, you learn. Quick little spray so the makeup will stay. Oh. And then I'm gonna head off camera to go get dressed. And if you wanna see what the full look is, then you can head on over to my Instagram account at MeeshAmerica and follow me there and see the final style of the day. And if you like this video, be sure to come back tomorrow. I shoot my makeup every morning, so you can come get ready with me before you go into work or before I go into work. So you can find me every morning or every weekday, Monday through Friday on Twitch, and then all of my static content will live on YouTube. So if you want to follow me there, be sure to search for Makeup with Meesh and like and subscribe to that channel. All right, guys, this is it. I am heading off to meetings, so thanks for getting ready with me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.